thought we'd have the trio back today, but LB had to drop out, so we can just talk shit about him all podcast, to be honest.
Perfect.
Talk about how shit his beats are. And no, I'm messing. Do you think he listens to it? Do you listen to the podcast? Have you missed one? Like, do you go back and hear what the other two are saying?
No,
Nah.
do you?
I think I've done it once, but not usually, nah. To be fair, we don't miss that much, do we? It'd just be like one here or there. And we speak to each other all the time anyway, so I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
Yeah, no, I haven't really gone back, to be honest with you. So if you was talking shit last week,
You wouldn't have a clue.
it exists, it slides, I'll never hear it. Unless
It's for the
it
audience
comes
to hear.
online or something.
When did you get back? You've been in New York, haven't you?
Yeah, I got back last week Friday. Yeah, last week Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been back a week.
Right. How was it?
Sick, man. I love New York. It's such a good city.
You've been a few times before?
Yeah, I used to go a lot when I was a kid because I had family
Mhm.
here.
Right.
But
Oh, I
the last
remember you
time I
saying.
went was like 10 years ago. So it's been a long time.
Have things changed?
Yeah, I think so. If new things pop up and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
What were you doing there?
I linked up with a producer there. I went to an event. To be honest with you, it was just really, really last minute. It was nothing planned. I literally, I had, so you know with airlines, if you fly a certain airline or a certain branch of airlines consistently, you upgrade your status.
Yeah.
So I just needed to take one long big flight to get to the next status before it expired.
Who was it with?
So this was with Qatar. So
Mhm.
Qatar is One World, which is like British Airways, American Airlines.
Okay.
So I literally just looked online, longest flight, checked all the destinations. Bangkok to LA, Bangkok to Melbourne, Bangkok to Sydney, Bangkok to New York, and New York happened to be the best option to get the points that I needed. So
So
I
you
had
only
to
went
just
to
like
New York to
book
get
it.
the points?
Low key, yeah.
And what do you
Low-key.
get
But
at that next tier?
it's worth it for me because I travel a lot in it. So it gives you business lounge access. It gives you to all the lounges as well.
Mm.
It gives you priority boarding, priority baggage, extra baggage. I'm always paying overweight, so
Right.
it gives me
That
extra
makes
baggage
sense.
for free now. Fast track, and then like you double up on your points every time you spend, or not double up, but you get more points than usual.
Yeah.
And for example, like when I flew from Qatar to Bangkok, I got upgraded to business for free. So it comes
Nice.
with nice perks like that as well.
How did they do that? Was it just when you went to the check-in desk? Or you just got an email or something?
I literally was just about to board the plane and they were like, yeah, you've been upgraded to business. And I was, in my head, I
Oh,
was
that is nice.
like, sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's a good bonus, actually. How many flights
yeah,
do you think you had to take to get up to that tier?
to that status. So I'm now I think there's about 4 tiers and I've
Hmm.
surpassed 1, 2. So I'm on the third tier. Maybe like 6 to 8 long flights, maybe.
That's not that bad. I thought it'd be
And
way more than that.
maybe about that in economy, but I paid for one business class earlier this year,
Okay.
and when you do business, you get even more points. So that would
Right.
have helped, like accelerate
Makes
quicker.
sense.
But for me, man, honestly, it's just it definitely is worth it when traveling. Being able
Yeah.
to just like relax in the lounge or just quick. You know how many times I've gone to the check-in and there's just bare people
Hmm.
and you gotta wait, and most of the time I'm on time, innit? I like to get
Yeah.
there 3 hours before, but every now and again I chance it and I just want to get there maybe an hour and a half before. And if the check-in line is super long, that's when you start like twitching and thinking, damn, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
make it. But if you just go straight into the business lounge, sorry, the priority
Fast
check-in,
track. Hmm.
you've checked in within 10 minutes, you're in security, gone through within like 30 minutes, hopefully, you know what I mean?
Do you not usually check in online anyway? Or I mean, because you got to drop your bags too?
Yeah, bag drop sometime is long, but
Hmm.
also even in checking in online. So for example, like when you go to the US, they still want you to come to the front to check
Right.
in. Like you've checked in, but they still want you to come to the front because they want to make sure that you got the right visa.
Oh,
Certain
okay.
countries are a bit like that.
Yeah. Makes sense. And so, how do you collect the points? Is it like Avios points?
Yeah, so you got Avios points, which are points that let you spend on flights and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also got tier points, which is the loyalty program of whatever airline you're doing it with.
Right. So,
So
and what's yours called? I need to check it out.
so the airline I do it with is Qatar Airways.
And you get
Because
certain points with them.
so I get all my points within Qatar Airways, but the branch that they're in, so they're partnered with British Airways, American Airlines,
Okay.
and a bunch of others called, and that group is called One World. So it's transferable to all One World, basically.
Right. But like the point system that you're collecting, is it like where do you create the account? Is it through Qatar? Is it through OneWorld, Avios?
So for example, let's say you wanted to do it, it's probably best for you to choose British Airways loyalty program because that's the one that's
Yeah.
going to be flying consistently from the UK. And then you sign up with the British Airways loyalty program, and every time you book a flight, as long as it's One World, you put in your British Airways loyalty. So let's say
Okay.
you wanted to fly American Airlines, you can still put your British Airways loyalty and you'll build up points.
Got you. Yeah, I literally, to
Yeah.
be honest, after my LA trip, I literally just signed up for the British Airways loyalty program. So I don't know if I didn't know that was just connected to everything else like that.
Yeah, as long as you just got to put it in basically, and it's calm. But
So
yeah,
if you, say for
100%
example,
recommend
you
it.
built up your points through Qatar, could you
Mhm.
use the fast check-in and get all those benefits with British Airways as well?
Yeah,
Nice. And you don't have to pay
yeah.
anything.
No.
I guess you're paying the flight, so it makes sense.
Yeah, you pay the flights unless you use your Avios points because you can use Avios to redeem flights. So
Mhm.
for example, my flight from London to Amsterdam last year was like 9,000 points plus 50p.
Right.
Something really
50p.
cheap like that. Yeah. Or I'm going to do one from London to France and back. That was 20,000 points and like £2. So it makes travel
Mhm.
within Europe cheaper, if that makes sense.
Definitely. I was looking into it recently because when you get on a long flight, all you're thinking about is, I wish I was like comfier, or I wish I was in business, or like you
Bro, I'm
just want the
telling you.
experience to be better, don't you, when you're traveling? Because I
Yeah.
mean, I got lucky in LA because when I was flying out, the plane was pretty much empty, so I had a whole row. I had the emergency
Mm.
seat anyway, so like extra leg room, and then the
Hmm.
flight was empty, so when I wanted to lie down, I could just find a row and just lie down, and I had the same on the way
Yeah.
back.
That's
But
perfect.
before I even booked it, it was trying to charge like a couple £100 to get that emergency seat, so I just held off until I got to the check-in desk and then sweetened her up and she hooked me up.
Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't played for seats in a while because I just been chancing it, and
Yeah.
luckily, like all the flights that I've been taking have been exit row seats or like really
Mm.
really good seats.
Usually ask when you get there.
No, I don't even ask.
Really?
I just I don't know what it is. I've just lucked out recently, and I just always been getting good seats. I haven't had a middle seat in a while. But the
Maybe they
business
look
one,
after the point holders like that.
maybe honestly, maybe if you have a certain status, yeah, they might look after you a bit more. But
Hmm.
like for example, I took that business flight. I haven't had jet lag since I've been back. Usually I would have jet lag. I didn't have a single jet lag. It was just straight back
When was
into
the
it.
business flight? On the way back from New York.
Yeah, on the way back.
But that was a dream.
So
Lying
nice,
down.
man. Yeah, lie flat. Oh man, lying flat, no one
That's
around
always the
you,
worst when you've got to walk through business class to get to your economy seat.
bro.
I'm
Yeah,
just
because I
looking at
was
everyone like, you fucker.
I was flying economy there,
Hmm.
and all the time I walk past, I'm like, come on, man, it's time to level up. You can't be doing this like
Yeah,
constantly.
I hear it.
Yeah, man.
You travel alone a lot as well, though, don't you?
Yeah, most of the time.
So you're not having to like buy like 2 tickets. So when I flew out to LA, I got Kira's. And I'm like,
Mm.
oh, if I ever want to upgrade to business, I can't just sit in business and leave her in economy. So when I level
Mm.
up, it needs to be like a double level up.
Yeah, but that's why like it's good to. I don't know if you know about like the points hacking with credit cards and things like that, but there's a
Oh
whole
yeah,
game plan behind it
I've been
using
looking
certain
into it
credit cards and
recently
that.
because we've definitely spoke about it before as well. Because I've watched the videos on the US ones, and I know people
Mm.
will they'll get a credit card and y- like a business credit card and collect so many points through the Amex. They'll run
Mm.
ads and the ads come out of their credit card and you get bonus points for that. But it's just not the same in the UK. I was
Nah,
looking into it and our point system is shit. Like
yeah,
there's
you
nothing
have to
really.
spend a lot.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
you can get
that.
Amex and stuff, but it's not the same. You do
Nah,
have
it's
to
not
spend
crazy.
loads to get any decent points, and you have to pay for the Amex card if you want a proper one. You can get a free
Hmm.
version, but for like
But
the
even
the
that though, it's
mm,
worth it because on the gold Amex, I've had the gold Amex for a while. You get priority pass, which gives you access to the priority lounges. Sorry, in
on the
airports.
gold
Now they're
one.
not the yeah. Pardon me. They're not
Okay.
the best lounges, but it's still something. It's nice
Hmm.
to just have a lounge just in case. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you only get a certain amount of uses per year on the
I
gold one?
think it's like 2 to 4 maybe. But then you
Okay.
can still use it to go in. They might just charge your credit card like £20.
Right. But you don't. You have to obviously pay monthly for that card, don't you, or yearly? So do
No,
you
I
feel
think
like you
it's
make your money
so.
back?
The first year you get your gold, it's free, but then
Hmm.
after that you pay about 2 or 300 a year.
Is that a business
But
one or a personal one?
that's the personal gold.
Okay.
And then yeah, I mean, I think at the time when I signed up, you spend 3K on it and you get a bonus of 20,000 points,
Right.
which is like that's a free return flight basically within
Mm.
Europe.
Okay.
But I mean, you spend it £1 and you get one Avios point basically. Now it's not a lot. You're gonna have to spend a lot of money to get tons of Avios points. And there are some times where it might double up. Like if you spend it on an airline, you'll get double points. But it's better than nothing. It's better than just spending on your
Yeah.
debit. You know what I mean? You
Of
might as well
course. Yeah.
collect something than have nothing.
But because you're
Unfortunately,
doing
in
your
the
business
UK,
flights, do you not need to do it on a business credit card?
nah.
You can
Just
still
use
account
your
for it.
business account to pay back your
Oh, to
Amex.
pay back the credit card. Okay.
Yeah, and you got the receipt to show it was like it was a flight for business. You know what I mean?
Right. That makes sense.
But yeah, unfortunately, in the UK, you just can't stack credit cards like you can in the US. The
Yeah,
US, you
they've
can
got a
sign up
whole
for
game.
loads, and yeah, it's not really like that.
We need to step up, man. Don't want to reward us over here.
Yeah, it's terrible. Well, I guess it's good and bad because with the credit system in the US, it's very easy to slip into having loads of debt and stuff,
Yeah, people get into a lot of debt. I could imagine that being tricky to get out of as well. Because if you miss a
mm.
payment with credit cards, especially
It
with
just
some, like
accrues.
the interest rate is insane.
Mm.
Like a standard one will be like 25%, but then I've seen some that will be like 100%. And it's like you
Yeah,
get benefits with it, but if you ever mess up, then that compounds real quick.
yeah, that's why you really can't go into it thinking it's free money. You know,
Yeah,
it's
gotta be
literally
smart.
just a way to pay, and you just pay it back right away.
Yeah.
But I think in the US they rely heavily on your credit score. I think it's very much about do you have good credit or bad credit, and that kind of
Hmm.
unlocks whether you can whether you can get a mortgage or get a car on loan. I think in Europe or in the UK the credit system is not as important. It's not
We
the be
still
all and
have
end
them,
all.
don't we? Like we have Expedia. Is it Expedia?
Mm.
There's a few main ones, and then there's Clear Score, and like each, anytime you go for a loan or whether it's like a phone contract or car or whatever it is, they each have their like dedicated system that they'll use. So one might use Clear Score, one might use something else. But I think, let me make sure I'm saying it right. I think it's Expedia, which is like the
Yeah,
main one.
or
No,
Experian or
that's the
something like
travel one.
this.
Sorry.
Experian then maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Credit. Yeah, that's right. Experian. Okay. Yeah, but maybe it's just more impactful over there
Hmm.
in the US. So you had a good time though.
Yeah, man. I think New York is the best city, but I
Really?
understand also why people wouldn't like it because it's a lot. It's intense. It's busy.
People say it's a bit like London Probably
Yeah.
on a bigger scale, but I mean, if you're going to compare it to a city from like England to the US, like New York is Americans' London, right?
Yeah,
I've
100%.
never been, but I could see that.
It's very similar, but just yeah, bigger, better, more intense, but very very similar. Yeah, I like that it's walkable when you just take subway, or I guess that would be
Yeah.
like the London Underground everywhere. It's not like LA where you have to drive it everywhere. You know,
Is it sketchy?
can
Because
be.
I've never
There's a lot
been.
of like crazy people on the streets.
I could imagine that, yeah, on the subway and stuff.
Hmm.
But then people say that about London, like when you just listen to podcasts and see shit on the news and stuff or socials popping up, you just have this perception of it. It's like people think London is just full of everyone stealing phones and stabbing you. But then it's not really like that. Obviously shit
Nah.
happens, but there's a whole fucking world there just living, commuting to work, like shit's just going on like normal.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a perception thing. Like, if you're from a quiet town, I don't know, let's just say you're from, it's a quiet town in England.
Like Sheffield or
Like,
something. Or even
nah,
smaller.
even quiet. What's like a
I mean,
suburb of
where I live
Manchester?
is, huh?
What's a suburb of Manchester that we can say?
Um, the Staley Bridge,
Heaton Moor?
yeah,
All right, let's say
somewhere
you're
like
from
that.
Heaton Moor or Hebden Bridge, one of these places, yeah. It's
Okay,
nice
yeah,
and chill, it's tranquil, you know all your neighbours. And
yeah,
then you get dropped in London. It's a bit of a shock. It's a bit of like, wow, this is different.
yeah. It's
I think that's
overwhelming.
where like people come to London and then they feel that intensity. You know what I mean? They're not used to it.
Yeah, it's the contrast, isn't it, of going from a chilled town to chaos, basically.
Yeah, and then I'm sure people are gonna feel unsafe, and when there's phones jackings and stuff, it gets blown out of proportion. Whereas someone who's from London or has been many times, it's nothing. It's just life because that's what you're conditioned to.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Because that stuff does happen, but I guess when you live there, you just kind of learn to adapt. Like you just become a bit smart. It's like maybe you're not walking around everywhere with your AirPods in with noise cancellation, and you have no idea what's going on around you. Maybe you're
Mm.
just a little bit more alert.
Hmm.
But then if people from like different countries or someone's like traveling and they don't know what it's like, they might just walk down the wrong street or just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You never know.
Exactly, man. But 100%, I would recommend going,
I'd love
checking
to
it
go,
out.
man. I've been wanting to go for years. I don't know why I just haven't done it yet. I think because each year there's like, you only want to go away so much throughout the year, don't you?
Hmm.
And I don't know why. Other things have just come up. Like I've had like weddings or like the LA trip or just little bits. But New
Mm.
York needs to be more of a priority now because there's a lot of producers out there. There's a good music scene,
Hmm.
loads of stuff to do. And it's not
Yeah,
that far. It's
endless.
like you can get there in,
It's only
what, 6
7 hours
hours or something from
seven
UK?
hours or 6 hours from London. Probably
Is
the
it?
same from Manny.
Yeah. So, needs to happen.
Yeah.
I'll try to do it at
Just
some
don't go in
point.
winter, bro. That was fucking
Was it?
cold.
I was just
It was
thinking
like
if I was going to go because I'm away quite a bit in like May, June. So, I'd probably have to go later on in the year. Maybe like, unless I do it for my birthday in September, that might be a good time
Yeah,
to
that'd be
go.
a good time. That'd be a good time. Yeah. When I landed, it was apparently the coldest day of the year. It was about
Yeah,
between
you
minus
look
10 and
like you
minus
were wrapped
14.
up.
Mate, I stepped out the airport. I was thinking, because I just had a jacket on.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh yeah, when I get to the hotel, I'll pull out my coat. That can wait. And then I stepped out the airport. We only had to walk 2 or 3 minutes to get to the Uber. But I felt so sick to my stomach how cold it was.
Really?
It was,
That bad?
I was numb by the time I stepped into the car, and I was only out there for like 2 minutes max.
That's
I was
wild. So
surviving
what
on
was the
hand
temperature?
warmers, toe warmers. Yeah, like minus 10, minus 14,
Oh, fuck that.
weren't it? But then it warmed up. It got to the day I left. I think it was about 2 degrees, but compared to minus 10, that
Yeah.
felt like
That felt
summer,
like
man.
summer.
I can take off the scarf now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What work stuff did you do there?
So I linked up with some producers, made some music. I got a good track out of it actually. and a couple more on the way, and went to how can I describe it? Like a, it wasn't really a rave, but maybe a rave. I don't know how to describe it. Kind of local, but it was good meeting people, connecting with people, and that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, to be honest, the rest of the days I was just walking around, checking out different spots. I didn't do too much of the foodie stuff, but checked out a couple coffee shops and clothes shops and stuff.
Yeah. It's a solid trip.
Yeah.
You what's happening now? You're back. Is it just work mode now?
Yeah, pretty much, because I'm going to be gone in just over a week again. So,
Where are you going this time?
so I'm going to fly back to London for a few days, but then I've got a set to do in France.
Oh yeah,
So I'll
you
just
did
pop
say that
over to
actually.
France for a day, come back to London.
Nice. That's gonna be sick.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be... I don't know if I've announced it, but I'm going to do 100% mix, which basically means that every track I DJ is produced by me.
Really? Shit.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. That's gonna be sick.
So that's going to be like a nice like reveal to the world, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I take it
It's
you're
not
gonna
that
film
deep,
it,
but
yeah?
yeah. What's that?
You're gonna film it, yeah?
Yeah, that's getting filmed on their platform.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna turn it into a YouTube video, or is it? Oh no, you said it's their platform, isn't it? So it's like you told us about it on the last podcast. I remember now. That's gonna be nice, man.
Yeah. What about you? You got any more travels lined up?
What have I got? I'm going to Budapest for my stag do. It's gonna
Sick.
be like a classic, cheap, messy stag. I think in April. I think we're going. Apart from that, obviously I'm away in June, so trying not to do anything at the moment. I've got my plugin. I can actually like talk more about it now because I'm announcing it on Tuesday's video. So this will come out on Monday. So people will see the video on Tuesday, but that's the first time I'm showing it in a video because it's pretty much ready now. Only thing I need to do is create some presets for it. But there's certain things that I've been using it for anyway, so I kind of know what to make, and then the other ones, I'll come up with some nice like experimental stuff. So yeah, I mean this next month is going to be pretty busy, like preparing everything for that. I've just got a lot of content ideas for it, and just setting up the whole like campaign. There's just so much things I need to do for it. So many things. I know there's a different thing that I'm dropping as well, which I haven't told anyone yet, so I'll tell you after. But just working on that too. So I'm trying not to agree to anything at the moment. I was going to ask you about this actually, because I don't know about you, but sometimes I find it hard to say no to things. Like if someone invites you somewhere, it's like, I feel like I need to go because you never know who you're going to meet. And some shit's just hard to say no to. Like today I was supposed to be in London for an event, like a producer camp. And I was going to go down, and then when I was just thinking about how many things I had to do for the plugin launch, I'm like, I can't really be away right now. I'm just trying to stay focused. So I had to say no to that. And then I'm going to have to say no to something next week as well. And you don't want to say no to too many things because then people might stop inviting you to shit. But at the same time, sometimes you just need that clarity. You need that focus on what you're doing. And you need to understand what's actually going to move the needle this week. And when I think about it like that, I'm like, networking isn't a priority for me right now. You know what I mean? So
I hear that.
I need to just stay focused. But how do you make those decisions? So if you've got shit going on and people are inviting you here and there, or different opportunities are coming up, like how do you know what to say no to?
Honestly, these days it's more of just like a very instinctual thing. If they say it, and in my head I'm thinking, yeah, this makes sense, and I'll probably say yeah. But I hate being the flaky one. I try not to flake on people, so
Yeah.
if I know that I'm not gonna go, then I'll just say nah, rather than say yes and then eventually say no. I guess you can't always predict these things, but yeah, I don't know. It's just more of an instinct.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I think you know deep down when someone asks you if you want to go to it. But as producers, we're like hermits, man. Sometimes our natural instinct is to just say no because it's like stepping out of our comfort zone. It's like, no, I don't really want to do that. But then when you're there, you actually have a good time, or you meet some cool people, or it was really beneficial. So
Yeah.
those times it's kind of hard to figure out, okay, should I do this or should I not?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can be indecisive at times, so I can be like, yeah, I'm down. And then when I think about it, I'm like, actually, I've got a lot on, and then I have to be the one that lets them down. Whereas we should probably, like in some cultures, they will just say no if they don't want to go to something. Like if someone says, oh, we're going out for a meal on Friday, or we're going to this birthday party, or whatever it is, they'll just be like, no, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, that's just what it is. Like in their culture, they just sort of expect it. It's like, okay, he doesn't want to go. But over here, if we said no like that, people would be really offended. Like if someone said, oh, it's my birthday on Friday, I'm going out for drinks, like, I want you to come. If you just said, no, it's not really my thing, they'd be like, what? Like, proper offended.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not. That's probably the best way to go about it. Just being honest.
Yeah, fully.
I think it's definitely worse to be like, yeah, and then flake last minute.
Definitely. Nah, I agree.
But yeah, I guess if it's not a yes, like someone announces some plans to you, and in your head you're not thinking yes immediately, then it's more likely probably a no.
Yeah, it's true. Because sometimes people mention something and in your head you're like, oh, this is actually sounding sick. And you kind of just know in that moment, don't you, that it could be beneficial. But then other times you're like, I'm not really sure. Because people say if it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. Basically, it's
Yeah.
that, isn't it?
Hmm. Do you overthink a lot?
I can be bad with it, yeah. Definitely. Changed my mind quite a bit. Definitely an overthinker. Something I've been trying to work on for time. I feel like I got a bit better. But even small decisions, man, I've just always been a bit more like that. I have more of an analytical brain where I need to compare things, and like my brain's trying to work out all the negatives and the benefits, and it's trying to come to a decision rather
Yeah.
than just being like, okay, let's go with this. Which isn't really, it can be good in some cases, but the reality is you should only have to think like that if it's a big decision. Like if it's something really small, like let's go out for food, where should we go? You shouldn't need to spend that much time thinking, oh, should we go there or this, I can't decide, and that can be me. So really, the small decisions, you should only give yourself a short period of time, and it's like, if you pick something and you don't like it, it's like, fuck it, it's just £10, £20 loss, like who cares? But when it's a
Yeah.
big decision, like, okay, do I want to invest this money into like this plugin, or do I want to do this? Then you need to think a bit more about it and kind of weigh up the negatives and the benefits. So I already know in my head what I need to do, but it's easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. I think as well with so many options, a lot of the time it does make it a little bit harder.
Yeah,
You know, like how you're saying where to choose to eat. It's very easy to get lost in the rabbit hole of scrolling through Google Maps and seeing like what's around, or going through TikTok and seeing reviews and stuff.
it's analysis paralysis, isn't it?
Hmm.
It happens all the time. I remember even just buying like an Apple Watch. I didn't know if I wanted this or a Garmin, and I've got like 4 tabs open. 2 are about the Apple Watch, 2 are about the Garmin, and I'm like, but this has this feature and that one doesn't. But then
Yeah.
that has this feature and this one doesn't. It's like, I don't know what to get. And in the end, I just ended up buying both and then sending one back after I've
I
used
mean,
them for a bit.
that's a good idea. To be fair, trying them out, just going with it.
Yeah,
I feel like with purchases, maybe sometimes I might overthink it. Well, I don't even know if it's overthinking. It's probably just doing research,
yeah.
like how you were saying, having the tabs open. But for more like general stuff, probably I don't really overthink it too much. Or I don't over if I have a problem, I'm not really overthinking it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a good way to be. I like to be better at making decisions, to be honest, because you can waste a lot of time. I think that's why I spend so long making beats as well, because I'll like find one sound and I'm like, but it might be a better sound, and then I'm going through loads of sounds until I find the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas some people will just cook up and it's like, this sounds good, let's use it. And they don't even second guess it. It's just like, let's just run with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's important, not to second guess yourself
Yeah.
with decisions. You should always have confidence that you've made the right decision in the moment for yourself.
Yeah, it's true.
Not really talking music, but just in general, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a good skill to have to be able to make those quick decisions. Some people just have it natural, like way more naturally than others, though, don't they? I've
But
always
you,
had that more analytical brain.
this is kind of random, but you're born in September, innit? Towards the end,
Yeah.
so you're Libra.
Uh huh.
I don't know if you're into astrology or anything like that, but I
Not
have
massively,
noticed that
but obviously when you read it,
Libras are.
you always think, oh, okay, that's me.
Yeah, I've heard Libras are indecisive. My brother is a Libra, and you can't ask him to make a decision because he can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't ask him and be like, bro, what do you want to eat tonight? We'll be stuck here. It's like a question that can't get answered. I
Yeah.
have to make the decision.
I'm always like, you pick. But then when you're with two people
Yeah.
like that, like I've got a boy who's the exact same as me, so I'll say,
Mm.
"Oh, where do you want to go?" And he'd be like, "I'm easy, man." I'm like, "What do you want to do?" Just, "I'm easy, man." I'm like, "I'm easy too." We're both easy, and then nothing ever gets decided.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So yeah, I mean, that's something I'm working on, trying
Mm.
anyway. When it's something small anyway, like food. Now I'm just trying to be like, okay, let's just make this quick decision. It doesn't really matter. But
Yeah.
I haven't, like, it's only been with like food and minor things at the moment. I need to improve it in other areas too.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, I hear
wonder
that.
if most producers are like that, or if most
Overthinkers.
producers, yeah, like a lot of producers have some
Right.
similar traits, don't they? Like a lot of producers are known for being a bit of a recluse.
Hmm.
They don't step
More
out too
introverted.
much. Yeah, introverted. There's definitely a lot of common personality traits. It's not for
Mm.
everyone because there's some that are more like artists in that sense where they just way more open. But yeah, I wonder if most producers are more analytical, overthinkers, or more just spontaneous like that.
Probably the first one, more introspective and analytical, because it is quite a. It's more of a. I think producing is probably quite nerdy in some ways,
Yeah,
being
definitely.
stuck at the computer. But in saying that, there's also like a group of producers that are very extroverted, and I think those
Definitely.
kind of guys are usually the ones that are probably more suited to the industry side of stuff, being in
Yeah.
sessions and working directly with artists and that.
Hmm.
Those kind of producers that I've noticed are more extroverted in general.
I hear that. Have you always been like that where you can make quick decisions?
No, I think when I was younger, not even younger, before, I was way more of an overthinker.
Hmm.
I'd think about everything and always be thinking, just daydreaming and shit like that. I still daydream and imagine stuff, but I'm a bit more clinical with my decisions. I trust my gut a lot more, and I think that's just come with time and learning, like training yourself to do that.
Yeah, I was
Meditation
going to
helps and
ask, did you
stuff
have
like
to put
that.
work in to become like that? Was it through
Yeah, I think so.
meditation or what
I
kind
think
of
so,
work did you
yeah.
do?
Probably, yeah, I'd say a lot of meditation, just researching and studying, not necessarily about overthinking, but just the general stuff of, how can we say this, like
Just like
being
psychology in
able
a way?
to, yeah, psychology, that's probably the best way to put it.
Hmm. Just
Yeah.
understanding how the brain works.
Hmm. Yeah, because also, I don't know, I'd say before I was probably a bit more, like I'd definitely describe myself as an introvert, right? But
Hmm.
I'd say before I'd overthink situations and have anxiety or think like, oh, but if I do this, what would they think? Or
Yeah.
these kind of patterns. But I think, through, like I was saying, through study and through meditation and stuff like that, all that's kind of evaporated. Like, of course, you might get days where you feel a little bit of anxiety, but you don't have anxiety. You're not an anxious person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just
definitely.
that feeling in the moment, but you don't label yourself that. I would say like I can distinguish that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big part of separating it from yourself, isn't it? When I've spoke to people who have had severe anxiety to the point where they can't even like get out of bed and the
Mm.
stuff they've had to go through to overcome that, a lot of them say it was more to do with like separating yourself from the anxiety. Like obviously you're gonna have anxious feelings, but like you just said, you don't tell yourself you're an anxious person. It's like, oh, I have these feelings of anxiety. And once you
Hmm.
separate it, you can start to overcome it because then you can almost like see it passing through you and then just going away. And
Yeah.
then once they get to that point, it's almost like the way they describe it is, if they feel, if they had those feelings of anxiety, they would be like, oh, that's strange, those feelings of anxiety here. But and then they'll just pass away. And then they can
Mm.
look at it like, that was funny, wasn't it? These feelings just came and then they went. And it's almost
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how else I'd describe it. It just passes through
No,
you in a
that's
way, doesn't it? Instead
yeah,
of being attached to you.
100%. I think not to rant too much about meditation and go too woo woo, but I think what it does, it allows you to look at your thoughts more objectively and separate yourself from your thoughts and your feelings, your emotions, and do
Yeah.
just as you said. That is the feeling of anxiety, but it's something you can be aware of and conscious
Hmm.
of it, but it's not stuck on you like venom or some shit, you know. It's
Yeah.
just
Sat next to you on the bench.
it's like you're sitting beside the motorway and you're just watching cars go past you, and those are your thoughts, but you're not
Yeah.
in the car. You're just watching it go past.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a good way to look at it. Definitely.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, making decisions definitely something I want to improve on.
Maybe
I feel
chess
like
might
there's.
help with that. You know, I've heard chess because you have to make decisions on the spot.
Oh yeah,
I've heard it can be a good mental exercise. I don't do it, but could be something.
I actually downloaded chess when I was flying to LA, but I only played a couple games. I haven't played it in years, and I thought I need some type of entertainment for this flight, man.
Hmm. Are
But
you
yeah,
any good?
anything like that, because I mean, we make decisions throughout the day anyway when we're working, making beats, choosing sounds. Like, we're constantly making
True.
decisions, but when we step outside of that, I mean, maybe social media has a part to do with it where you're just scrolling. Maybe now using AI, using less of your brain. You're not even thinking, you're just like getting Chat GPT to do the thinking for you. I feel like these things are slowly fucking
But
with us, man.
but you know they say you can get decision fatigue where you when you're making too many decisions,
Oh yeah,
you
definitely.
start to weaken that muscle a little bit in
Hmm.
terms of like you're not always going to be sharp and making the right decision.
Yeah,
So maybe there's some things that you could delegate, or the decision is made for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Isn't it why like Steve Jobs used to wear the
wears
black
all black.
turtleneck and jeans all the time?
Yeah. That's why Stephen Bartlett does the same as well. I heard him saying that he just wears black all day because he doesn't have to make the decision.
Mm.
It's just one less thing to decide on. That's mainly why I use meal preps as well, just for the
Yeah,
convenience
that's
and
a
not
good
having
point.
to like, when you don't and you have to cook for yourself every day and you don't have some type of a plan, then you step into Tesco and you're just like, right, what do I cook? Now I've got to think about every meal for every night. It's almost like too overwhelming. So you end up
Mm.
just buying the same shit you buy every week anyway.
Hmm.
But those things that, like, if you can't afford to do it, anything that takes time off your hands, like meal preps, just things like that, where you don't need to think about those decisions there now. It's just going to give you some more time back. They're well worth it, in my opinion. I'll always pay for
Yeah,
convenience.
yeah, I hear that. To be fair though, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast recently, but I've been cooking every pretty much like all my meals since the beginning of the year, which is
Have
something I
you?
would have never have done before. I always used to get meal preps and stuff,
Yeah,
but I've barely eaten out, and I've been cooking everything, and I really enjoy it because it's another way to create outside of music. You're creating a meal
that's
from
true.
scratch, and
If
it
you
allows
enjoy
me
it, I guess.
to surprisingly not have to think too much. It's not very intensive on the brain. You can zone out or you can really get into it. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But I feel quite in flow state doing it. So I've been enjoying that, to be fair. I don't cook anything crazy. It's literally the same meals to make it quicker.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense then. So you're not thinking of something brand new every day.
Yeah, nah, I'm not cooking, I don't know, Vietnamese beef stew and then the next day like a Thai curry. Nah, it's literally the
Yeah,
same,
'cause that's time
the same like
consuming, man.
5 meals.
That's more understandable then, yeah. And it's just like it's chicken and rice, but switching up the seasonings every now and
Yeah,
again.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Being
makes
creative
sense.
with the ingredients. Like, okay, yesterday I made banana and honey yogurt. Maybe today I'll make, I don't know, chocolate chip yogurt or strawberry jam yogurt
Yeah,
or
it's all the
banana
like
bread.
small
Something like that, you
differences.
know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes way more sense. What's been going
But
on in
yeah.
the music world as well? Have you been tapped into any new music recently? You listened to the Cole album?
Who's that?
J. Cole?
Oh, what's it called? The Cool.
No, I just said have you listened to the new Cole album, as in like the new J. Cole
Oh,
album?
okay.
My bad.
Yeah. It's the Fallout, right? Or the
Yeah,
Fall
the
Off,
Fall
sorry.
Off.
I haven't listened to it yet. I did see a clip of people not liking it for some reason.
Not liking it, really. I've been seeing the
Yeah.
opposite, really.
Really?
I think
Okay.
it's
Well,
sick.
that's good.
I think it's
I
really
need
good.
to listen to it still, but I haven't taken that in. Nah.
I went through a period of not listening to much music because I was just maybe it's decision fatigue as well. Just can't be bothered
What to
deciding what
listen to?
music to put on. Yeah, in the gym, I used to always have to have my AirPods with me. But
Mm.
these days, I'll bring them and I'll just put them in so I feel focused. And I'm not even playing any music. I'm just like, I
But
just
that's
need to be in
nice
that
though.
zone. Yeah,
It's really nice to actually not listen to anything, um, and go to the gym. I've been doing the same actually. Sometimes I'll listen to something, but I listen to way less podcasts than I was before.
hmm
But yeah, going back to the music thing, no, I haven't taken it in. It's worth it.
yeah. I
I
was
mean,
saying 'cause I
it's
went through
always
a
worth it
period
to
of
listen
not
to J
listening
Cole,
to
isn't it?
music. Say that again.
It's always worth listening to J Cole.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of know what you're gonna get. You know, there's gonna be some nice soulful beats there. You know, the rapping's gonna be on point. It's just like there's consistency with him, and it's a double disc album as well, so there's a lot of music on there.
Mm.
But yeah, I went through a period of not listening to loads of different music. Like, I'll stay tapped in. Like, I'll go through the YouTube trending. I see stuff popping up on socials because I want to know like what's relevant, what people are talking about, just for when I'm making my own tutorials. But I wasn't just sitting and listening to like full albums. But I had a long drive recently, and I just had the whole Call album on. Listened to it like the whole album really, and it is sick. I really like a few songs on there.
Hmm.
There's one called Poor Thing, which is sick. One called the Fall Off is Inevitable. And then right toward the end of the album, I think I posted it on my story this morning. There's a song called Quick Stop. There's no drums in it, but he's just telling this story about when he went to like a gas station somewhere, he's filling up and someone was trying to sell him weed. Then they recognized it was J. Cole and then they had a conversation. But the way he tells this story, it's just like you feel like you're there with him. You know, some people are just so good at telling stories. I was just like so locked into it. I just felt like I could see everything the way he was describing it. And that song's got no drums in it. So I'd say listen to that one. It's actually sick. So that might be my favorite one on the album, to be honest.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I got to take that in.
yeah, he gets me excited about hip hop again
Hmm.
because when you listen to that type of music, it just feels like hip hop. Like you hear soul samples, nice drums, actually like good quality rapping. It's like, okay, yeah, this is hip hop.
Hmm.
So I like it.
Who else has dropped? I know Don Toliver had a massive week,
Did he?
but I haven't listened to that either.
Well, Call
I
has
think
gone number one on the Billboard 200.
Mm-hmm.
I never used to know the difference between the Hot 100 and the Billboard 200, but Hot 100 is
Is that the radio?
like singles, I think, and then Billboard 200 is the top albums.
Oh, okay.
So for the it's Billboard, isn't it? So mainly US, I think.
But
So the
Billboard
Fall Off
is
is
more-
number one right now on Billboard 200.
Billboard is the more The more
That's like the
important one,
staple
right?
over there. That's like charts. You know how we have our UK charts.
Hmm.
But after Bad Bunny's Super Bowl, I'm sure he's probably up there anyway. But when you go to Hot 100, he's number one, two, and five right now
Bad
with his
Bunny is.
singles. Yeah, and his album is number two on the Billboard
Wow.
200. It
That
might have
came
even
out
been
like
one at one point.
over a year ago, right?
What's that?
His album came out over a year ago.
Yeah, I think so. So he was
That's
peaking at number
insane.
one. I don't know when he went down, but obviously Cole's album's pretty fresh, so he's number one right now.
Hmm.
But in
I
the
know you probably talked about it with LB, but what did you think of the Super Bowl halftime show?
yeah, we did talk about it last week. I liked it. I was saying I appreciate Bad Bunny. I like him, but I can't say I'm a fan because I don't have any of his music in my playlist really.
Mm.
It's just not my thing, but he is obviously good. He's sick at what he does. And I thought the Super Bowl performance was a real good performance, good energy. The whole just the whole theme, I guess, was pretty sick, wasn't it? But it's just
Mm.
not my usual thing. But I
Yeah,
liked it.
that makes
What about
sense.
you?
Yeah, I really liked it. I'm not like a massive Bad Bunny fan, but I do rate him like mad highly, and I understand the like why he's so important to the Latin community and that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I thought the Super Bowl I thought it was sick. I'm glad that he was able to do it and that he done it all in Spanish and
hmm
really, represented the Caribbean and the whole Spanish speaking world in a way, I guess.
Yeah, it's a big moment 'cause it's the first all Spanish Super Bowl halftime show, isn't it? So,
Mm.
and I think we were talking about it last week, but 6 years ago he was working in the supermarket. I saw that too.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So
But
crazy.
he's mass that he is so massive, and I know people who just they love him. They
hmm
love this guy. They're like mega fans. I know a girl who flew to Puerto Rico to go and watch his show. You know what I mean? He's got
Really?
diehard fans.
Yeah, it's that market's insane. He's
Mm.
just dominating that market on another level. But
But
in the
yeah,
UK,
I
we've
think it
had
was so. What was that?
carry on.
Yeah, I think it was crazy the significance of it because of the times that they're in as well. Like, I'm not super political or anything, but
hmm
I do hear about this whole ICE thing,
Yeah,
and then you got that going on, but then you got the biggest Spanish speaking artist singing at the most American. I think the Super Bowl couldn't be any more American, you know what I mean? Like, that's pure
yeah, of
American
course.
culture, and he's headlining it.
hmm Yeah, it's a big moment, 100%. And I'm sure he tapped into a whole new audience as well.
Yeah,
Like I was
100%.
saying to LB last week, like, even all the people that are just sat at home watching who not really into music like that, but they've just seen Bad Bunny come on and it's like, oh, this is nice. Let me add it to the playlist. Like I'm sure there's millions of people that just started listening to him because of that.
Yeah, that's probably why he's number 2, 3, and 5,
Yeah,
because all
it's
this
had
new
a surge of
audience
new
coming to
listeners.
listen.
Uh huh.
And he's got music that, yeah, it's in Spanish, but there's a couple joints that are just, they're vibes in it. They're
Yeah.
good for parties and that.
And La Russell performed at the opening show, didn't he?
I don't know.
The Super
Did he?
Bowl. Apparently,
That's
well,
sick.
I saw him posting about it and people talking about it, but
Did
see, I
he sign
usually
to
just
Rock
watch the
Nation
halftime show.
recently?
Yeah, just signed to Rock Nation, and that could be why he's performing at the Super Bowl show, really, because isn't it run by Jay-Z, like
I
the
think
halftime
so.
show?
Hmm.
So that would make sense. And it was in, was it? It was in LA, wasn't it? Or in
Yeah,
California somewhere?
it was in, pretty sure it was LA, or just outside of it. Santa
Yeah,
Clara, one of these, Santa Ana, something like that.
right. So a big moment for La Russell as well. I haven't
Hmm.
actually seen his performance. Obviously, all the attention goes on the halftime show, but still tons of people watching.
Hmm.
So I'll have to watch that as well. But it's good to see. But yeah, I was gonna say before in the UK, I don't know if you've been that tapped in, but I don't know if you remember a few years back, or even sooner than that. There was a couple people in prison who were getting record deals. I think Potter Paper was signing some of them. One was Mans Malone, and the other was K Money. They were the ones getting the most attention in prison, but they're both out now.
Hmm.
I think because in the UK, the prisons are so overpopulated that people start getting early releases, or they find different ways to get them out. So I think in Mans Malone's case, they let him out on the condition that he'd be deported. I think he's originally from Jamaica, so I think this is right, but they let him out on the condition that he had to go back to Jamaica. But that doesn't mean he can't travel because he's been in Dubai with Potter Paper and like Tunde and everything. So he's like living his life right now, man, and obviously making music because everything before
Mm.
was just stuff that he was recording in prison and people were just mixing it outside. But now he's able
Yeah.
to actually make music. So he's achieved a chart position with his new project. He's number 36 right now with his album Ya Queen. So that's a big moment for him. And then K Money as
Yeah.
well, who's just come out. I think he's just out standard. I don't know what his conditions are, but he's in the UK. I think he's trending like number one on or number two on YouTube music in the UK right now.
That's good. That's healthy for the scene.
Yeah, definitely. And they're both like real rappers as well, like
Yeah.
proper
That
UK
proper.
rap. Hmm.
Yeah. No, that's. I haven't. I remember the name Mans Malone because I remember hearing a couple of the songs, but I
Yeah,
haven't tapped in for a while. But that. Yeah, no, that's good for the scene.
he's actually sick. I was sending him beats when he was in prison as well, and nothing got used.
Hmm.
But who knows, man? I'm gonna keep sending him stuff. But he's big right now, so I'm sure he's getting a lot of attention.
That'd be a nice placement.
Definitely, he's actually a six bitter too. So yeah, some excitement in the scene again.
Mm.
Tunde's back releasing music. Quite a few things going on. What have you got on this next week coming?
So I just dropped a song today, a collab,
Nice.
and
We add it to the
seems to be.
playlist.
It's been doing all right. It's been I just checked the numbers, and for a first day, or like the first few hours, that's like nice.
Yeah.
And also without no promotion or anything, just
What's the
literally like a
song?
couple TikToks. It's called "I Need Your Love." It's like very upbeat, house
Okay.
piano kind of vibes. But then the next record I got is coming next week, and
Hmm.
it wasn't in the pipe. It wasn't in the pipeline, but I've been posting it on TikTok, and it's been getting like really good feedback. People
Oh
keep
yeah.
hitting me up for it and stuff to play it
Sick.
out. So I feel like the next one is gonna be like a nice one. You know what I mean? I feel like it could do really well. It's got potential.
Definitely. Just added it to the playlist. I'll listen to it soon. Is it the sample? The classic sample?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is the one that released today is a sampled one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very it's very upbeat. I'd say it's got the quintessential sound of the guy I
Hmm.
produced it with called Beats. Very
Right.
much like his style for sure.
Yeah, I'll listen to it. How do you approach ones with samples? Do you just not even
Bro,
second guess it? Just
this
like,
is
let's
a
just use it.
conversation for off the podcast.
Alright. But what about just in like creatively? You don't have any
I love
restrictions where it's
sampling.
like, you'll just do whatever.
Yeah, yeah, personally I like to sample. I like to use because it's just like in hip hop.
Hmm.
Hip hop is sampling, you know what I mean? That's the culture
Yeah.
of it. It's
The
kind
DJ
of the
is
same
literally
thing
mixing.
with dance music as well. You're always making bootlegs and edits of
Yeah.
popular records. That's just what's been done. That's what you do. You
Uh-huh.
always make a version of it. So it's kind of a similar thing. And I do like to put a vocal in my tracks, and usually that vocal is going to be a vocal that's been done before.
Yeah.
Maybe afterwards I'll switch it if I really, really want to and get someone to re-sing it. But
Hmm.
yeah,
I feel like that's the best mindset to have, man. Because I mean, we said it loads, but hip hop was literally built off sampling. um, I feel like there was a guy in my Discord, right, who I have a Q&A section, and he asked me a question and said, I can't remember the exact words, but it was something along the lines of, I don't sample, I don't use loops, I don't even use phrases because I want to make everything myself. Only problem is I'm not good at making melodies or phrases. So he was basically saying, is he making the wrong decision? And I'm like,
Kind
to
of.
be honest, yeah. It's like you're holding yourself back. You're saying you're not good at making melodies, not good at making phrases, but you're refusing to use loops or samples or anything. I'm like, yes, you need to get good at making melodies. I feel like every producer should at least know how to make a melody, you know? It's just like one of
Mm.
those things. But there's a lot of sample-based producers, and that's their whole sound, and that's fine as well. It's like everyone, each to their own. But if you had that mindset of, I'm refusing to do anything because I want everything to be my own, I just feel like you're going to hold yourself back so much.
Yeah. Unless you're just gifted with the melodies and you can play keys or guitar or whatever but instrument to really do it yourself,
Yeah.
fair enough, go for it. But that's I don't judge anyone. Everyone's got their own ways of doing things. But I actually like sampling. I enjoy using when I was making drill. I loved using loops.
Yeah, same.
I found it like it's in part of the process. I enjoyed it, so
Hmm.
I wouldn't limit myself. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, even in the dance world as well. To be honest with you, most of the time, yeah, when you're beginning, it's probably better that you focus your efforts on making edits anyway.
Right.
That's how people get their names out. They make an edit, the edit goes crazy,
Hmm.
it increases their visibility and reach. And then
Right.
from there, once they build an audience, then that's when they release their own songs and have their own vocals. But to
Yeah.
get to that point, a lot of the times it is remixes.
Okay. I actually had my first go at DJing recently. I
Oh
was
yeah,
helping
what do
my
you
boy
think?
film a DJ set. He was just renting a space in Pirate. Him and his
Hmm.
boy were just doing like a back-to-back set. We had like 10 minutes at the end, so I was just asking him to show me. It's fun, man. I can see
Hmm.
why people DJ house more than hip hop because,
Yeah, hip hop is difficult, man.
yeah, like most house tracks just have that four to the floor rhythm, don't they? So it's somewhat easy to line it up. And on the decks we were using, you can like see it visually as well. I was trying not to use the line, but you have that line there if you need it, so you can just like
Hmm.
spin it back slowly and okay, it's synced up now. But
Yeah,
then it got me appreciating like hip hop DJs a lot more as well, because I'm like, oh,
yeah,
that's like a whole
100%.
new ball game.
Yeah, they call it open format. So when I first started to learn how to DJ, I was DJing open format, and yeah, you have to be because not only are you trying to like manage the energy, and
Hmm.
so you have to pick the right record at the right time,
Yeah,
especially in like open format. But you have to time it like with your like technically you have to time it very very well because
yeah,
the track is gonna end in certain points and yeah, it's way harder than just phrasing it out with electronic music.
yeah. Hmm. But no, it was fun,
Definitely.
man. It's fun. It made me like want to come back and like produce a house track or something, but I was straight back to my normal stuff.
It'd be cool to DJ your drill tracks or your placements, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I'd have to give it a go. But no, it was good to just try it for once. Something
Mm.
different.
Sick.
Do you want to wrap up there?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Next week should have all three of us back, right? Are you away next week?
Nah, hopefully, touch
I'm
wood.
not. All right,
Everyone's
so we
here.
might have all three back. But yeah, appreciate you guys for listening to this one. We'll catch you in the next one.